and he's not helped by the, you know.
That goes to the conspiracy theory paranoia element.
It does, but it's, you have like 2 members of Congress that push back on it. Here, take a listen.
There is no evidence to support any allegation that the FBI or any intelligence agency placed a spy in the Trump campaign.
When the president says Spygate, that's not there was no spy inserted into the campaign. Have you seen any evidence of that?
I have not. That's an espionage term. That's not a law enforcement term.
Now, interestingly enough, Rudy Giuliani attacked Trey Gowdy today over this. He said the following: he's drinking the Kool-Aid, and then he adds, I never understood what he did with Benghazi either. He really screwed that up. I don't know what he was doing. Obviously, if you're not on the reservation, Heidi, you don't know what you're doing.
This gets back to my point.
This means you, Trey Gowdy?
Enablers. This gets back to my point. It wouldn't be happening, and he couldn't get away with it if there weren't people going out and attacking the messengers. And Trey Gowdy, you know, Giuliani wasn't the only one. I went on social media before I came in here, and the far-right news magazines were also starting to attack him. You look at Vaughn Hilliard, our own Vaughn Hilliard reporter, was out in Tennessee.
Trey Gowdy, yeah,
Trey Gowdy, out in Tennessee talking to, you know, Trump people at the rally. They all really believe this. They believe there was a spy. They believe the Justice Department is corrupt.
So I just think that the entire dispute over whether a confidential human informant can be characterized as a spy is a little bit of a distraction, right?
You know that's not the story. What he's saying is infiltrate. He's trying to create. Right. He's trying to paint this as something that it's not.
But yeah, I agree with that. There's no evidence that there was an attempt to undermine the Trump campaign through the abuse of law enforcement and counterintelligence. Right. That, I think, is right. But too much of this debate has gotten hung up on this terminological question of spy versus something else.
Well, this gets at what should we stop covering? Because the minute he went on this, like, we all had this internal meeting, like, we know this is a BS story. This is going to go away in 5 days, but and yet it'll still leak out there. And in the meantime, he's trying to distract attention from this crazy Eric Prince story, or this crazy, you know. That's what we knew, that this was what it was.
Well, we wrestled with this at the Washington Post before we reported the reporters breaking this story before it became Spygate. And, you know, what we were recognizing, I think, is that the story was not that there was a spy or mole inside the campaign. There was a story, however, about how the White House was working with the Republican head of the House Intelligence Committee, a member of the Gang of Eight, to try and release information or extract it from the Justice Department to make people think that there was a mole inside the campaign. And that is astonishing. I mean, that is something that we've never seen before. That's the oversight process breaking down. I mean, I think for journalists, it's incumbent upon us to not pay attention to the distraction, pay attention to what's actually going on underneath that.
That's, to me, though, this trap that we're in. On those things.
Yeah. Well, he knows it keeps us busy, right? I mean, there's only so many of us who can cover this story, and this is day in and day out. The distractions are a strategy.
We are confused by the day-to-day, you know, developments. The American people are very confused, and that is why it allows him to muss it up and confuse things further.
Yeah.